Crypto Kings and Queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natoshi. In today's episode, what we're going to talk about is Ethereum and BTC. On the weekly chart, we can see that the market is right now creating a potential higher low. But what we're looking at right now is the most important levels on the lower time frames, because if we're going to see a sideways market, then we're going to see the market bouncing between different levels on the lower time frames. Last Friday, I did post this picture on both Ethereum and BTC, and you can see right here that I did have two potential scenarios. One of them was the bullish one, the other one was the bearish one. You can see how perfectly the market respected my level 26.2k, and I'll obviously show you the continuation of where the levels I do strongly believe the market will retest, and these are some really important levels so you don't get faked out or believe the market's gonna have a crazy momentum, but we're just gonna go sideways. Remember, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, of course, but don't forget to look at this video and I'll show you the most important levels on Ethereum and BTC right now. And before we're getting into the charts, if you are looking for a great platform to trade the market on at this time, you can right now get free $10 if you are depositing $100 to trade on. Now, you don't need a KYC on this platform, so it took me around 10 seconds when I did sign up. Another great thing when it comes to Bitflex is that they don't have any fee, as they say right here. Our crypto conversion tool is free to use. The amount of assets displayed during the conversion preview is the exact amount you will receive in your account upon completion the transaction. So this is great because we all want to have at least low fees when it comes to it. You have the link in the description down below my video. Now you have a platform to trade the market on. Another great thing that I want you to do, guys, you're looking for this video that I have on my YouTube channel, Best Strategy for Beginners. This is where I show how you can trade the market with the fake outs, and fake outs are everywhere when it comes to cryptocurrencies. I definitely do recommend you to look at these videos to see how you can use the fake outs for your advantage instead of being faked out and lose your money. Now you have the video somewhere pinned right here, or I will link it also in the description down below my video. Hello guys, so let's see, the 16th of June, so on Friday I did post this picture on BTC for my Twitter, and I had certain potential scenarios that could play out. I did have a bullish one and a bearish one, and now when it's Monday, this is how the market is looking at this time. So we saw how the market did act on the bullish scenario instead of the bearish one. We did break above 26.2k level, and now we're gonna get into the charts and see what could potentially happen from here. At this time, we're looking at the live chart on BTC, and on the 4-hourly, you can see how the market has held this previous support level as a new support, and this was one of the scenarios that we were talking about. When we're looking at the weekly chart now on BTC, we can see how the market gave us a doji previous week, but we don't have the doji against a level that is pretty strong. You can see that if we're just using this horizontal line or this support level, you can see that we're basically not touching a very strong level at this time. So I would still see if the market is gonna drop down to the previous levels that I've been talking about for a long time, and we're talking about 24.2k level now. We have the Fibonacci down at 22,035, the 61.8%, which is the weekly Fibonacci level. So on the lower time frames, we will obviously see if the market is starting to reverse back down. So we're gonna go down to the lower time frames now. Lower time frames, we're looking at the daily now, so it's not the super low time frame, but if we're just gonna adjust this box here, we can see that we have this previous support that got broken at 26.8, and this is where the market is right now trying to reach once again. You can see how we also have this previous support down here, so I actually want to use this level because you can see how the market also one time trying to break above it. We saw the close below, we had a retest of the previous high, and from here we'll see if the market have the power to climb above 26.7k once again, and from here we'll see if the market have the power to break above the trend line and start to create the new uptrend, which means that the market will create higher highs and higher lows. This level that we have on BTC is extremely crucial now, because if the market starts to reverse down from these levels, then the level that I expect the market, if we see a drop down, we're going to highlight the support that we have, and we're just going to take away certain boxes so we have a clean chart. So if the market respects this level at 26.6K, most likely you'll see the market drop down to the level between 25.5, 25.1, and from here, this is most likely you'll see the momentum for the bullish scenario happening after we've had another retest for the continuation up, right? But as always, that is only a probability that can happen based off the levels that we have. But if the market doesn't come back down to the level, well, then obviously we're gonna have more continuation to the upside, and we're gonna start to use previous support and resistance zones that we will use from a downtrend. We can always use guidelines for the uptrend. We're just gonna look for buy opportunities instead of sell opportunities. If we drop one more time, I would look at 25.3 around this level. Of course, if the market does have a bigger momentum down and we are reaching 23.7 and 22.1, well, then market will show us what direction it's going down to, and at that time we know that the market is dropping down to create the high and low. For that is definitely the first scenario that I'm looking for, obviously, because we need to follow what structure is giving us, and structure is giving us that this level between the yellow lines can be where the market drops down to, for then have the movements that everyone is looking for. On the lower time frames, you will obviously see if the market on BTC breaks above it, and just the way that you see the market create support and resistance zones on the other, going back in time, they're no different here. So if the market will now break this, create it as a support, then you'll see how the market will continue to hold itself above this level at 26.7K. This is the update that I have also from June the 16th on Ethereum, and I also have this scenario here. If the market would respect the level, the previous support as a new resistance, well, that would be a sell opportunity. But if the market would break above, we would obviously look at some higher targets. So let us go in and see what have happened on Ethereum since we last spoke about it. This is the box that we were looking on the picture. And at this time, we're not sure if the market's gonna bounce off and create the next touch around 1,800. That is the previous support level, the same way that we were looking at BTC. And from here, if the market does push up here, most likely we'll also retest the previous trend line that we have from the upper trend line. You see how the market connects the dots. So if the market is gonna continue up, most likely we'll have another retest of this level. But now we need to focus on what's happening at this time. We have a reversal zone from the weekly down here. So as we spoke about when it comes to BTC, the market just might need to drop down a little bit more before it's reversing up. I want to go to the higher time frame perspective on the weekly chart. You can see that on the weekly chart we did come back down and retest this previous resistance level. When we go back and look and see how the market has behaving before, when we've seen the market creating the higher low on the weekly, you see down here, you see down here, and basically this is the previous higher high. This is supposed to be the higher low for the next higher high. Then it's to break above this level right here at 2,120. And based on that, we're looking at the weekly chart, and if the market's gonna go sideways on a weekly chart, then it's gonna take some time, obviously, because it's a bigger time frames that need to be filled out. And I do have certain levels here. I also spoke about this on my Ethereum trade. I think I posted it actually today. So you can see right here on the weekly, this is a weekly reversal zone between 1,645. Now it's around these levels, 1,720. Breaking it down to the lower time frames on the 4-hourly, as we saw that on Ethereum, on the lower time frames, it gives us range zones between 1,835 and 1,630. If a sideways market is needed, we will with high probability see these levels being tested. So as you can see right here, going back to the live chart, this is where we could expect the market to consolidate, because as I spoke about, if the market is going to consolidate, then we're going to bounce in between these levels levels, potentially see some fake outs, you know, around 1,630, 1,835, because that is the highest zones that we have. You know, that is the highest resistance. We have the lowest support. And going back in time when the market has been going sideways, this was the previous high and low level, and we kind of have the same thing happening at this time. You can see here we've had one fake out, but this fake out that we did have right here just might be this touch. Market needs to pull back up a little bit, market drops down, give us the potential fake out, retesting this previous fake out zone, and then you just might have the continuation up the same way that we've seen the market on Ethereum do right here. So, you know, basically just go and see how the market is behaving around the high and low levels in this case, because we are going long, lower high levels if you're going short. But I definitely see us bouncing in between these levels before we have a clear direction of where the market is going on both Ethereum and both Ethereum and BTC. Well, thank you so much as always for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications so you know when I am live next time, when I do have my daily updates. Until then, until we see each other on the live stream tomorrow, I hope everyone will have a great day. Okay? Toodles.